What's up there, people? Today's video I want to talk about my never-ending quest for tools. It seems like, man, I've been buying tools all my life. I've been collecting tools, and it seems to me you just never have enough tools. There's always something either you need or stuff you want to upgrade, and it's a never-ending battle. So back to the main story about these tools, a never-ending battle for tools. I got tools, I got all kinds of tools. So now that I got the air compressor going, I got 2 tool cabinets. I just got all kind of I just got all kind of tools, and all these tools, it just seems like you can never have enough tools. So anyway, I got one drawer right here is my air, for all my air tools. So I'm ready. I got my air compressor going. I said, okay, let me go ahead and get going. And I realized, I'm looking in here, I don't really have that many air grinders. I mean, I got air cutters. I got this. I got this. But something that I needed with a 90-degree bend, I don't have. So I'm looking through here, and I thought I had one. Oh yeah, I do have one. Here it is. And remember, it's broke. It broke. I tried to weld it back together. It didn't work, and it still broke. That's why there's no air chuck in there, because it doesn't work. I stuck it in here to remind myself, hey, I gotta order, and I gotta get another one. I gotta get another one of these. So this is actually what I need right now to continue on my lowrider project. So, and this is actually this is not a El Cheapo one either. This is a name brand. What's the brand of it? Oh, right here. There you go. IR. The IR brand. Yeah. It didn't last too long. So here I go again. Now I gotta go. I'm in a rush. Here's the thing. I got stuff I want to do. I want to do it today. I could order a real good one, but as you see, man, it don't matter. The good stuff breaks just like the cheap stuff does. So I'm gonna go to the hard. And what's funny is these two right here. These two right here are older than that, and they're Harbor Freight, and they still work. Guess what? This is my Impact. Look what brand it is. Same brand, right? It's broken too. I mean, it still works, but it doesn't hold the socket on. The socket just falls off. So it works a little bit, it works halfway. So the point, of course, I need a bigger drawer for this stuff. The main point I'm trying to make at this is you don't always need the most expensive Snap-on, Cornwell, what's the other one? I forgot the other name. There's other, I mean, yes, if you use your tools 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, like it's a full-time job type of situation, and your career depends on these tools not breaking down, yes, by all means, go get the most expensive stuff you can get. But for normal people, little weekend warriors like me, who I'm not out here, I don't use these tools 8 to 10 hours a day. I use these tools every once in a while because I got other stuff to do. So to me, Harbor Freight is just fine. I bought expensive tools and I bought cheap tools. Some of them break, some of them last. Even some of the expensive tools, they break. So, I always, at first I was like, oh, air tools, I gotta buy the expensive stuff. And it's funny, everything in this drawer that's not Harbor Freight is all either broken to the point where I can't use it, or it's just broken halfway to where I can use it, but it's kind of, get somebody, it's kind of, You know, I can use it, but it's not 100%. It makes it. I can use it, but it makes it inconvenient. So I'm about to head to Harbor Freight and yes, buy some more tools. I also gotta get this. This is broken too. I don't know. This is Popular Mechanics brand. This isn't a Harbor Freight. I don't even know where this came from, but it's broke. It's locked up. So I realize I don't have any ratchets this size. So that's the next order of business. I got all kinds of sockets this size, but I don't have any ratchets this size. I've been using these little like extensions like this, and using my bigger ratchets. But oh boy, that's the quest for the day. Is to go to Harbor Freight. My quest for today is to go to Harbor Freight and replace this ratchet right here, and replace this right here. I definitely need this for today, so I can get started grinding on the top of my Pontiac lowrider. I just figured I want to start this series of videos basically talking about tools. Basically kind of like a tool talk video, man. Because, you know, everybody that builds cars or works on cars, that tinkers with cars, you all need tools to do it. So, leave in the comments below, you know, what's your experience with tools? You know, what do you, I know everybody, you can debate all day long about Harbor Freight and which one's the best, Snap-on's the best, or Mac tools are the best, or Cornwell's the best, and you know, hey, Harbor Freight is junk, don't ever buy it, but hey, I mean, I like Harbor Freight. Them three main companies here, they're cool. I looked them up online. Oh yeah, they make some top-notch tools, but I just can't justify spending that much money on tools. You know, yeah, I just can't justify it, man. I mean, I'm not at that level to where if I was using these tools and getting paid to use these tools, as far as using them for a job, okay, I can justify it. If I'm making a nice, decent amount of money working as a technician, I can justify that. But I'm just a guy in the garage working on his own cars, and you know, the more you spend on tools, the less you got. You know, it's just taken away from the car fund. So where's that balance, man? Where's that happy balance? I done bought tools from Harbor Freight. I done bought tools from Home Depot and Lowe's. You know, this most of these clamps right here all come from Harbor Freight, except for this one right here with the blue handle. It come from Lowe's. It's a Kobo. So you know, I just buy whatever is gonna work, wherever I'm at the time. You know, it's a lot of things that come into factor with me buying tools. You know, my air compressor, it came from Lowe's. But this drill press, it came from Harbor Freight. This 20-ton shop press came from Harbor Freight. So, you know, it works just fine. My bench grinder, it's a Craftsman. It comes from Sears, you know? So, there's no brand loyalty over here, man. The only loyalty I got is to try to get the projects I'm working on done. That's the loyalty I got. So, anyway, leave me some comments below, man. What are your thoughts on the subject? What do you guys think? You know, do you think you should only have Snap-on, only have Mac, only have Cornwell? You know, only have one brand. It all has to be matching. Or you just are you like me? Or maybe I'm crazy, but maybe you're like me. Maybe you just, you know, you get what you get. You get what can get the job done. What you can afford and what you can get the job done. What will get the job done faster. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section below. 100 Spoke Riders, signing out. I got from the All Buy Supply store is an assortment of grinder disc for the new air grinder I got. I got my air grinder from Harbor Freight, but the disc selection, let me show you this disc selection. These are the generic disc. So I wanted to get the good ones. This will have something to fall back on. I bought a 3-inch disc and a 2-inch disc. These aren't the best of the best at the auto supply store, but they're good enough for what I'm trying to do. So I just got an assortment of real rough grinding discs. I already got the DAs and the sandpaper and everything else. Let me talk about the tools themselves. This is my 1/4-inch ratchet, my old one. This is a Popular Mechanics brand. I think it came with a little Popular Mechanics toolkit or something. Just a cheap little ratchet. Well, this ratchet broke. I went to go use it and it wasn't working. This is all just locked up. And it's just not working good. So I realized out of all the tools I have, this was the only 1/4-inch ratchet I had. So because this ratchet broke, what I ended up doing is replacing it with these two. This is a 1/4. I picked these both up at Harbor Freight. To me, they're the same quality as the ratchet I had. I don't even know where that old one came from, but it says Popular Mechanics, made in Taiwan. So I don't know where it came from. I don't know how long I had it, but it's not working. So these are the replacements. I bought 2 of them. I could have just bought this one. It's just a regular black ratchet, 1/4-inch ratchet with a rubber handle, which is cool. It'll get the job done. But I seen this one here too, 1/4-inch ratchet with a swivel head. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I bought these 2 ratchets to replace my broken one. Also, what I got is to replace this name brand die grinder that was broken. It broke. We tried to weld it back together, but it didn't help. It still wouldn't work. To replace that, I ended up getting 2 die grinders. Now, I really didn't need 2 die grinders, but here's the reason why I bought them. Before I get into the die grinder themselves, I knew I wanted, I bought a 2-inch disc holder for the die grinder, and I bought a 3-inch disc holder for the die grinder. And I also bought, I like all my air tools to have these swivel air plugs to plug into the air lines. Now, we don't really need swivel, but I mean, they're really not that much more extra. For me, I like so the airline just kind of gives you a little bit more play, a little versatility. I like the swivel ones. They only had 2 of them left, so I just bought the last 2. Now on to these die grinders. Now, the reason why I bought 2 of them is because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. These are fairly cheap. One was like $13 and one was $20. I couldn't figure out which one I wanted. I started looking at them, started reading them, and to me, the only real difference is one says the exhaust where the air comes out of once you pull the trigger. One of them has the exhaust that comes from the front. No, this one's the front exhaust, and this one's the back exhaust. I mean, other than that, I don't understand why they're 2 different prices, but I couldn't figure out which one to get, so I figured I'll just get both of them. Since I do that way, when I go from the 3-inch disc to the 2-inch disc, I don't have to switch these back and forth on one die grinder. So, kill that problem. I'll just put the 2-inch on one and put the 3-inch on the other. What I'll probably end up doing is the front exhaust die grinder was a little bit more. This was the $20 one. This was the $13 one. I'll probably put the 3-inch disc on the $20 die grinder, the 3-inch disc holder, and then for the 2-inch holder, I'll put it on the cheaper $13 one. So, and I got some little air tool oil, I had some of this somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. So this was cheap. I just got it anyway. So there you have it. That's what I end up getting today. Leave comments down below. Tell me what you guys think of any of this stuff. Have any of you guys bought any of this stuff? What do you think of these items? You know. Now I don't need a bunch of Harbor Freight haters on here and talking about how crappy they are, but you know, all opinions are welcome. You know, I'm not gonna knock you for your opinion, but if you're just hating for no reason, you can leave that somewhere else. I mean, I'm the type of person where I'm not gonna hate on something until I tried it. I've tried this. This is the only die grinder I've ever had. This brand here, IR brand. I tried it. It broke. Now it's time for me to move on. Yes, I could have ordered one from somewhere else and waited on it, but I didn't want to wait on that and needed this stuff kind of right away. So for what I'm doing, Harbor Freight is the best bang for the buck. And to be honest with you, I have a few different Harbor Freight air tools like I showed you before, and I've never had a problem out of Harbor Freight air tools. Never. So as long as you keep them oiled, I think they're good to go. I've only had problems out of that IR brand air tools. I got 2 air tools from that brand, and both of them, one's broke to the point where I can't use it, and one's halfway broke. So there you have it, people. Just a little tool talk right now. I'm gonna try to come back whenever I get some new tools, or maybe give you my thoughts on some of the old tools I've had for years. So let me know what you think. If there's anything that you've seen me use in past videos, if you want me to talk about that, let me know in the comments below. And just, you know, what's your favorite tools? What's your favorite brand? You know, what do you got? What kind of die grinders are you guys out there using?